Hi there everybody, I'm the Blackbird's Feather and welcome to Holly's House. This is going to be a series on YouTube where I'm going to be documenting everything that we're going to be doing with regards to a DIY renovation on a house. An average family, just me, my other half, and my wonderful little at the time of recording, 9-month-old daughter. And she is Holly, which is why this is called Holly's House, because this is our first proper family home. So, couple of things I just want you guys to know first. I am not by any means a professional builder. I can get by, I can do things DIY, but I'm not a professional. So there'll be a lot of things that I'm going to be doing that are probably you'll be looking at and you'll think, oh, why is he doing it like that? Or oh, that's not good, or that's not the way I would do it. And that's absolutely fine, because ultimately this is our family home. We're going to do this the way that we want to do it. But that does not mean that we are not open to suggestions and feedback and ideas, because honestly, this is a massive project we're taking on here. And there's going to be a lot. I mean, we're going to do as much of it ourselves as we can, and we're going to try to get as much done ourselves as possible, because that's the whole idea of the project, is we want to do it all ourselves. But if you've got any good ideas, any sort of cost-effective things, anything that if I'm doing something you think, oh, actually, you should probably try, or even you should try this product, that sort of thing, then please put it in the comments section. This is going to be a long series, I think, because we're anticipating 5 years to do this. And I just, if nothing else, I kind of just wanted to document, I want to document everything. I want to record everything for us so we can see the progress on the house. But also I just wanted to kind of share this experience with you guys, because it's difficult these days, isn't it? Building things, and there's a lot of very skilled tradesmen out there and whatnot, but a lot of this building stuff these days is incredibly expensive. So the whole idea is we're going to do as much as ourselves as we can, and we're going to see how much it's going to cost in total. We're going to tot up all the figures. We're going to do lots and lots of things relating to finances. We're going to see how much things cost, and hopefully. By the end, we'll have a really lovely house. And if you guys are interested, then subscribe, because there's going to be regular updates. There's going to be lots of things going on. At the time of recording, my other half, Katie, and Holly, they have absolutely no idea that we've actually got this place. They obviously know we're going for it and all this and all that, but at the time of recording, they are on holiday and they have no idea that we've actually got this over the line. So I'm going to be bringing them up after their holiday, and they're going to surprise them by taking them to our new house. So already excited for that. Join the fun. Subscribe to follow this, and obviously any ideas and whatnot, please let me know. So the first aspect that I did when I got the property, I got the keys. Obviously, I was absolutely overjoyed. The first thing I did was I did a full, thorough assessment of the property and the state that it's in. I was lucky enough that the people who left the property, they were renting it out before. They were landlords. And so no one's actually been here for a while, so it's been empty. So for all intents and purposes, it is a blank canvas. But it's a very old property, this. It's about 150 plus years old. It's an old property. So one of the goals really is to maintain the character of the property. And we're just going to hope to, add obviously modern techniques. We're going to do things in the modern way, but for all intents and purposes, we want to keep the character of the place. So I did a full assessment, walked around every room, did some checks, hacked up carpets and stuff like that, and had a little look around everything. I'm not going to go through the whole shebang of telling you about every single room, because basically I think you guys are just going to learn about the rooms as we go along. But I did a full assessment, and there's a few obviously major things that need to be done straight away. And most of it is basically surrounding the utilities. So that's the first thing that I checked, really. Took pictures of the meters and then checked all the utilities. So the first major outlay already is going to be to do with the boiler. In the searches, it was revealed that the boiler was installed in 2012, but has not been serviced for a long time. So we will be getting it serviced, but there is already a bit of an issue with the pressure. Seems to just be climbing all the time. All the valves are shut and everything like that. So, and there's also a bit of drip. I think there's a small leak coming from one of the pipes, things like that. And of course, when it comes to utilities and things like that, it's very, very safe and much better to get somebody in to do that. So I said at the start I was going to do everything myself and all that, and yet straight away I'm now saying, oh, we're just going to get a man in to do that. But it's very important that it's done right, of course. So I've gone with a gas safe registered engineer and all of that. Going to get it serviced, going to get it looked at. But probably in a couple of years, should the boiler actually hold up once it's been serviced, in a couple of years we'll probably look to get it replaced anyway. Yeah, we'll look into that. So yeah, the boiler, done the electrics, that seems okay. It was all investigated a couple of years ago by a registered electrician and nothing's really changed, so that's absolutely fine. And then the last thing I checked as a structural thing, I checked like the roof and sort of insulation and things like that to make sure there's no leaks, and that looks pretty fine. So we're ready to just about rock and rumble when it comes to starting to do the place up. Without further ado, let's go for it. Yeah, let's start. Okay, so we've installed a few light bulbs so that we can actually see what we're doing now. But the first little thing I'm going to check is the state of play when it comes to the boiler. So obviously, when I'm working, I want to stay warm. Coming into the winter months when I'm actually first starting this, so could be a good idea to stay warm. But also, it is going to get serviced, which is obviously handy, but in the meantime I do just want to check the actual condition of the boiler. So I've gone and fired it up, had a look at some of the valves because of course this place was not lived in for quite a while, so the valves have been turned off, which is a perfectly normal thing to do in my opinion. So obviously I've had a little bit of a faff around and just sorting out some of the valves, and then I've subsequently made sure to fire it up nice and slowly. Just to make sure that there's, because if the pipes haven't been used for a while, it might actually be a little bit potentially damaging to the pipes if we suddenly blast the place with a whole load of heat. But no, I managed to fire up the boiler and slowly heat the place, and then once the radiators started to get quite warm, I then went ahead and bled all of the radiators just to make sure there's a relief of pressure if there's any pressure built up in the radiators. A couple of the radiators didn't have a lot of water in, so obviously now they're nice and full, so they're now getting really warm. And actually, I've gone ahead and taken my jumper off now because it's pretty warm, and that's really, really good. I'm very happy with that, of course. It would have been a particularly big problem if the boiler wasn't working, but no, I've been monitoring the pressure. All looks pretty good. It's just under 2.5 bars right now. It hasn't really gone up for the last sort of 15-20 minutes, and it's just been running really rather nicely. So very happy with that. Of course, I will still get it serviced, just to make sure it's all tip-top. But so far so good really on that, and so that's a headache that was a possible headache that is now not a headache. So good functioning boiler, pretty good. Considering it's about 12 years old, I'm pretty happy. So crack on.